I am sick of you people saying that Cloudians are not competitive. I am sick of it, and I'll tell you why. Because for my entire Yu-Gi-Oh life, I have loved Cloudians. I have been really the biggest fan of Cloudians in the world. I have all the cards in PSA, as you can see, all the supers and the ultimates in PSA. I have the entire thing. Cloudians are finally competitive thanks to Edison. As you can see, I have every Cloudian card and more, all first edition. As you can see, I have been trying to make Cloudians as competitive as possible for my entire Yu-Gi-Oh life, and I have finally done it. I'm sick of going on YouTube. Sick of going on YouTube and seeing you people say, oh, Cloudians, where's the competitive Cloudians? I want a competitive Cloudians. Robbie Cole made a video, shout out to Robbie, 3 years ago saying, oh, this is got top 8 in Logals. I'm sick of it. I'm playing Edison and I am defeating people with this deck. I'm defeating Blackwings. I'm defeating all kinds of decks. Every deck this can defeat. Every single deck. And it's probably because I have a lot of dark monster hate. Now let's get into this Cloudian build. Now the reason I even started this Cloudian build is because a guy on YouTube, I forgot his name, but he made this build for Edison, right? And it was Deep Sea Diva, it was Heroes, and it was Cloudians, and it was Archlord Christia, Fairies. Okay, so I was like, okay, that's cool. But he said in the video, I need someone smarter than me to make a better version. And I have made it. It is here right now. So let's get into it. So, Archlord Christia, 3 Christias, okay? Why? Because Christia is a great card, and you have so many ways to get Christia out. First turn, if you're going second, right, in this deck. And there's so many different things you can do, but I'm telling you, this deck is not super simple to play, but it is absolutely good. It does win, and it has Cloudians, and it uses Cloudians to win. So let's get to it. So, 3 Christia, 1 Barrier Statue of the Heavens. We'll get to why this is in there. 3 Turbulence, okay? And 1 Smoke Ball. This is a good card in this deck, right? It helps the hero engine to get out Absolute Zero. It helps the fairies for Christia, and it also helps creature swap. This deck is called Cloudian, Fairy, Hero, Diva, Swap. It has all these ideas and it puts them all together. So let's continue. 1 Consecrated Light main. Why is that? It's for the same reason as this. Because you can search it with these. That's why, guys. That's why. Okay, 2 Deep Sea Diva and 1 Spine Gillman. So the reason I only have 2 Deep Sea Diva is because I need space in this deck, right? And it's actually good to bring out a second one because you can creature swap it to another person. So you can creature swap a Cloudian Smokeball, you can creature swap this Diva, and you can creature swap a Shining Angel and a Nova Summoner. Is it starting to make sense now? All right, simple hero engine, Neos Alias and Stratos. Neos Alias because it synergizes with Honest. Okay, that makes total sense. Also, you can bring out Honest with Shining Angel. Okay, Herald of Orange Light, 3 of them. Great card, good tuner, that's good. Now let's talk about 2 Honest, obvious. Now let's talk about this Shining Angel and Nova Summoner engine. Why do I have 4 of these? Okay, 1, because if they drop something in like Dark Grepher and you run 1, 2, 3, 4, you run 4 into it, right? On the first turn, you special summon Christia straight up first turn, okay? In addition to that, you're bringing out a Consecrated Light, you're bringing out Barrier Statue of Heavens, or you're bringing out an Honest to bounce back to your hand. While you sit there with a Christia and a Consecrated Light or an Honest in hand. Now that sounds pretty damn good to me, and it is. So, and it's like a Fairy Toolbox, Cloudian, Hero, oh my goodness. What else? Hero, Diva, and it works. It actually wins games. This is why I'm making this video. I just beat a freaking Blackwings with this deck. All right? In ranked. Okay, brain control. Why do we have this? Because when we Diva, we want a brain control. Also, we can if they have 2 things over there, you can brain control 1, bring out the Cloudian Smokeball, creature swap it to them. you know, that's the good thing. So it allows you to do that. Mind Control does the same thing. Also, you can sync with it. Future Fusion, that's obvious. You want to bring out the absolute zero. Heavy Storm, yep, that's good. I was thinking about Trunade, maybe Trunade over Mystical Space Typhoon. When you're making these big plays, you want to just Trunade. You could switch Trunade with Mystical Space Typhoon, or you could put that in the side, which I probably will. Miracle Fusion times 3. Now, this is the only thing, like, I want to make it 3, but sometimes you don't get the heroes as often. But it's fine. It's fine. It still works. It still works. Reinforcement of the army is good, of course. And 2 Decrees and 1 Solemn Judgment. Now, why did I run Decrees over this guy? He played all these traps. The reason is because this is more of a combo deck about getting Christia out in creative different ways. And also, this allows me to cut down space so I can fit more of this fairy, Cloudian, hero, diva engine in here. So by just dropping in 2 Decrees and 1 Solemn, because it's great, because it's always good to have a Solemn when you're making these plays. So these are the things that are going to stop that counterplay. Now let's move on to the side. We'll go to the side first. So Consecrated Light, 2 Cybers, obvious. Gauze, I go against like these really fast like dragon decks and stuff like that. You want to have a Gauze. This Jalgan the Spiritualist is so good. You could almost main this, but you do this against guys that make massive boards. You can search this with the Shining Angel. This is not a new idea. People do this in Edison Fairies, right? People do this in like Edison Fairies to like search a lightning vortex. Super cool. Smashing Ground, because this deck has a bit of an issue with big monsters, but not really. Soul Release is good. You can even run this on here and just get if there's too many fairies in your graveyard, just Soul Release them out. Bottomless against Blackwings. Dust Tornado against random stuff. Mirror Force against big boards, because again, you don't want big boards. You want to destroy their board and then drop a Christia. That's essentially what you want to do. Okay, 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. I could switch this out, maybe even put in another Consecrated Light. I don't know. It's just good Blackwing hate. And my analysis of the current Edison meta is that there's a lot of just dark everywhere. The reason I'm looking over here is because that's where my OBS is recording. All right. Here's Starlight Road. I mean, you want a Starlight Road in the side. And Transmigration Prophecy, it's just a good side deck card. Now, let's get into the extra deck. So, 2 Chimera Tech. Yeah, that's obvious. 3 Absolute Zero, obvious. Elemental Hero Gaia. This has some interesting tech because you can go Miracle Fusion. You can Brain Control, Mind Control over their, like, Machina Fortress and then just make one of these to easily get rid of a Machina Fortress with a Machina Gear Frame attached to it. Catasta, obvious. Black Rose. Brio is probably the most important card in the extra deck. Why? Because you can make plays where you go Diva, right? Diva into, like, Spine Gilman, and then Synchro for 6. You can Synchro for 6, dump some fairies to get enough for the Christia. Consider this very strongly. Dark End Dragon, I very rarely use it. I'm mostly going into Stardust. Yeah, Magical Android you use sometimes if you just want to make a 5. Mistworm, very rarely use it. Stardust, use it. And Thought Ruler, very rarely use it. So you can switch out a few ancient Sacred Wyvern like things in the extra deck. The most important parts of it are obviously Brio. Brio is the most important. Now look, this is the most competitive Cloudian deck in the entire world. And I challenge you, boys, to make a better one. I challenge you to make a better one. This is the most competitive Cloudian deck in the entire world. There is no more competitive Cloudian deck in the entire world. I love Cloudians. You have seen the evidence of my love for Cloudians. You have seen, oh my goodness. I am making this deck in the flesh because I'm so excited for my entire life. I have wanted a competitive Cloudian deck for my entire life. And as you can see, I am making the deck right now. Got the parts coming in. And yes, I've wanted to play Cloudians competitively and actually win, and Edison allows me to do that. Also, another thing that you didn't see is in my binder, I have extras of the Ultimate Cloudians. I have so many Ultimate Cloudian cards. It is insane. I'm a Cloudian fanatic. Now, somebody make a better deck list than this that is more effective than this. I will see you guys soon. Thank you.